Hello folks, it's Aj here, picking up where we left off with our Sim Airport Let's Play series. Previously we had the fuel system set up to an extent, and we were just waiting to unlock the fuel ports technology, which requires operations 2, which is going to be just under 4 hours to complete. And I was also waiting for the price to get to a reasonable point where we could actually stock up on some fuel. We have a large fuel tank. It has a capacity of 1 million litres, which is very excessive for our airport needs right now, but it does mean if we see that price get nice and cheap, we can bulk buy and store it, and then we have plenty on hand for the airlines if they need it, or we can, if we're in a pinch financially, sell some back to the fuel market and hopefully make some profits. So the price is dropping. It's now south of $1.10. Hopefully that's going to continue. One thing I would like to see added is perhaps a trend graph that you can have a quick look at, so you can see at a glance whether it's on a general downswing or upswing, and you can make a decision as to whether to buy it now, or if you're feeling brave and you think it's going to carry on dropping, you hold off for a couple of minutes and see what happens. So all we see right now is a little red or green arrow, which is, it's not like a general overall, is it going up right now or down right now, because obviously the price could be coming down, but it could just jump up a little bit and then carry on coming down, then jump again, then carry on coming down. So overall it's going down, even though I have these little increases from time to time. So a graph would help you visualize that a lot better, whether it is on a general up or down trend, and it should help you make your decision as to when you go ahead and buy the fuel. Okay, we've got operations 2, so let's get fuel ports. That's only going to take an hour. Once that's done, we'll unlock, upgrade the 3 gates. Just realised I didn't check how we did yesterday in terms of flights. Pretty good, all good. And again today, so far, so good. This was the busiest flight with the looks of it, 130 passengers, and we had no problems there. And in terms of tomorrow's schedule, this usual busy period here, we have a very busy flight early on with 135 passengers, which is the busiest flight of the day, which is fine. Okay, we've now got fuel ports, so we can upgrade the gates to include a fuel port. Where do I have to put it? I suppose I can put it anywhere. Never actually used a fuel port, so can't say for certain. I'll put it there, maybe? Seems a good enough place as any to me. Whoops, that one's... there we go. Oh, here we go, it's there. Again, fuel port, let's put them in the same place for all of the gates. That's not a fuel port, you dickhead. There we go. Naturally, we now need to connect the new fuel ports to the fuel network with a pipe. I'm just going to do it that way, because why the heck not? Okay, yeah, that's fine. There we go, that's all good. So they're busy working away on that. Obviously, the fuel price is quite expensive right now, $1.45, so definitely don't want to buy any at this moment. It will drop lower than that, and it can drop substantially lower than that, so I'd rather wait until it does that before we pick some fuel up. But it does mean we are now ready, because we have the all the fuel ports are connected. I also believe you need a hangar, because you need the fuel trucks, Now we can't use this one because this hangar's already maxed out with 3 baggage cars. So building a second hangar where we can stock up on 3 fuel trucks makes a bit of sense. Is that pipe still not finished? Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and assign 1, 2, 3 fuel trucks. That's all ready to go. All we need to do now is wait for the price to drop to something a bit more reasonable. I at least want it to, I said 95, say 90 to 95 cents. At this point I would be happy just to make a start with it being around about $1. So if we can get to $1, I'll pick some fuel up then. If it turns out it's going to continue dropping and I've, you know, I went too early, then well, that's fair enough. It is what it is. But as long as I'm not paying nearly $1.50 for it, I'm going to be okay. In the meantime, let's see what other research we could go for at the moment. Perhaps lower income tax or lower property tax. We'll go for lower property tax. Of course, that's cost us a fair bit, and now in my luck, that fuel's going to plummet in price now, and I'm not going to be able to afford to buy as much because I've not got as much money on hand. But oh well, it's only for now. Let's continue to drop. And what I'll do when it drops to a reasonable price, actually pause the game, so then I can get the order placed without the price changing in the meantime to something more unreasonable. So it's coming down pretty quick, so I might actually let it see if it'll drop down to about 95 cents before I buy up some fuel. So it's still coming down, and it's universally coming down. There's been no, you know, little spikes. It's just down, down, down. Oh, now it's going back up. Oh well. We'll keep an eye on it. Check how we've done so far on our flights. Everything's pretty good so far. Things running nice and smoothly at the airport. So our property tax is 8,000. This reduces it by 10%, which is 800. So then our property tax is going to drop to 7,200. Is that a daily outcome? I think it is. It's a daily. You pay it once a day. At least I imagine it would be once a day. That's going to save us a bit of money each day. It's not a massive amount, but every little does help. Or so they say. However, the big one is the income tax, which we pay 22.8 thousand a day for. So we might want to look at perhaps researching the technology that gives us a lower sales, lower income tax as well. Okay, the fuel's coming down now. $1. Come on, keep going. 99. Get ready to pause it. 98. Well, keep going. We get to 95. Come on, keep going. As soon as I see it starting to increase, I'm going to pause it and buy up some fuel. So 93 cents. Still going. Very good. Seem to flatten. I'll buy it here because it seems to be kind of flattening out at around 93 cents. So it's 93 cents litre. We have $83,000. Let's go ahead and see, just through trial and error, how much we can get. So we can't get 100,000 litres. 90,000 perhaps. That's 84,000. So 85. 87.5. 88. We'll go for 88,000. Now that's going to arrive at 2300 hours, so we've managed to put the order in just in time for today's operations, which is good. Which means tomorrow we can hopefully start actually selling the fuel to the airlines. And of course, that's if they want the fuel. They may not even want it. Okay, so our fuel has arrived. Our capacity is, our level is at 88,000 litres. So to turn on the refueling services, the police are here. I've never seen that before. I'm not sure what that's all about. Yes, to turn on the fuel services, if you go into fuel services, what you want to do is you want to set your pricing model. Now you have none, which is deactivates the fuel system, so the airlines can't buy fuel. Track market, which means you'll sell it at market rate plus or minus a certain percentage. Or fixed, and we can sell it at a fixed rate. Now I think I might go for... We'll go track market. Now, obviously you can put a percentage increase markup on this. If you see here... Oh, so you can see your demand in advance. Okay, so if we sell it, say, offer it 10% off the market price, 12 of 20 flights will request fuel, and this is going to require approximately just under 80,000 litres. Oh, between 80 and 320,000. Okay, so we don't want to do that because we put it. What about if we do it at a fixed price? Say if we sell it at, what's our current market price? It's just over $1. So let's say sell it at. If we sell it at $1, or as near as you can get it again. An increase decrease button would be nice to get a nice accurate, because this is fucking awful. Jeez, right, $1. I'm not going to get any better. $1 1 cent. So, and about 8 flights between 55 and 221,000. Obviously, we bought it at 94, so we will be making 6 cents on the litre. So it's 7 cents because it's $1 1 cent. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll see. Any of our flights actually... Oh yeah, here we go, we got our first one. So he's just refueled that flight. That's going to have made us some money. There we go, happy days. Wow, we've used half of our capacity already. Jesus. I'm not sure how many flights have actually taken on fuel. Okay, so we've got 44,000. He's been refueled. We now have 44,000. Okay. I'm not sure if that changed or not. We'll check it again. So we've got 44,000 in the tank. Ah, so the refuel around about... Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, all of the fuel trucks have... excuse me. Have taken on fuel. You see here, look, he's got a fuel capacity of 40,000. He's not necessarily going to use all that each time he refuels. We're all going to have to buy some more fuel, because wow, we are getting through that fuel pretty damn quickly, and we're not even halfway through the day yet. Now we are. Okay, so I'm glad I bought that large fuel tank. I mean, I don't know the fuel capacity of a Boeing or an Airbus, so I don't know what sort of amount I should be looking at. Okay, so now we've used all of the fuel. Fortunately, the fuel's at $1.50 right now, which is a pain, because that's very expensive. You know, I'm going to track the market and stick a 7% markup on it. We'll refuel less flights, but I mean, we had 88,000 litres of fuel, and that's gone by, let's say, it's gone by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That went quick. We motored through that fuel. But that's fine. At least now we have a... We know that H8000 isn't a heck of a lot of fuel at all, and we're going to need a lot more. But just show you like the sort of difference the pricing can make. It's now at 146, okay, which is almost as high as it'll go. If we wanted to buy up the that same amount again, it's going to cost us 128,000. Last time it cost us 80,000, so it's definitely worth waiting until that price drops. So when it is low, buying as much as you can. So there we go. Got a working fuel system. I mean, the system works. It's not working right now because we have no bloody fuel left because we drained it all pretty fucking quickly, which I wasn't anticipating. I thought that might last a day or two, but how wrong am I? Jesus. But we live and learn. Anyway, we'll call time on this episode. We now know we can sell fuel when we have fuel to sell. So we'll continue doing that. And then in the next episode, it's going to be a case of just waiting for that money to build up and then expanding the airport up onto the first floor, which will unlock the ability to place large gates, which will allow us to take on larger flights to the airport, which is obviously going to make us a little bit more money. So it's all about growth. So he's trying to refuel there, as you can see, but he's got no fuel, so he can't. So I think that might actually drag our airline interest down, perhaps. I wonder if that does affect it, you know, if we're telling them, hey, we can sell you fuel, and they're coming along and saying, yeah, give us some fuel, and then we turn around and say, actually, no, we can't give you fuel because we haven't got any. It might piss them off. So I think what I might do is when we run out of fuel stocks, is actually set it to none, so then the status, we don't actually offer it to the airlines anymore, so then they shouldn't get annoyed with us, I think. I'm guessing. This is just a guess. Could be wrong. Who knows? Yes, as soon as that price drops down, we'll get some more fuel in. Just pause. Why is that a... Oh, it's a fire engine, okay. Not sure why there's a fire engine. I didn't see a fire. Maybe there was a fire. Maybe I'm not paying any attention to my airport in terms of fires, which is not good. But anyway, yes. We'll stop this episode here. And the next one we'll just carry on building up money, selling fuel, you know, manipulating the fuel markets and whatnot. Repair the runway while it's quiet. Hopefully they get it done before we reopen. Come on, guys. Here they come. When's the first flight due? Oh, plenty of time. 6 o'clock. Yeah, that's the plenty of time to do that. Okay. So, runway's now back at 100%. It was looking a bit ratty. It was got down to about 75%. So, just wanted to do that there and then while we had the chance. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you did like the video, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. If you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, questions, observations, tips, strategies, life stories, whatever, go ahead and leave a comment. And I hopefully shall see you again in the next episode and future episodes to come. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you later.